What secrets do lighthouses hold as they stand solitary guarding our coasts? They stand tall and resolute like silent guardians, their purpose defined by the silent illumination that they offer. The tales woven around these sentinels of the sea are as vast and as deep as the ocean itself. Yet none of these stories can rival the unsettling chronicle of the deserted beacon. In those early days marked by the dawn of the 19th century, when time seemed to move at its own pace, a lighthouse mysteriously came into existence. Situated atop a barren, desolate cliff, it stood as the only point of light against the dark, seemingly infinite expanse of the sea. The lighthouse, with its singular beam of light piercing through the darkness like a lone star, added an eerie air of desolation to its surroundings. At the heart of this tale is its first keeper, a robust-hearted seafarer known by the name Captain Silas. A man of great and unparalleled courage, he held a steadfast devotion to his duty. His purpose was simple yet critical: to ensure the light from the tower never blinked out. His tireless efforts ensured that countless mariners lost in the vast sea could find their way back to the safety of the shore. Its first keeper, a stout-hearted mariner named Captain Silas, took great pride in his duty, ensuring the light never faltered, guiding countless ships safely to shore. Yet as the years passed, whispers of uncanny occurrences started to snake their way through the hushed conversations of the people. Sailors and ship crews, hardened by the trials of the sea, began sharing tales that sent shivers down even their seasoned spines. They spoke in hushed tones of an ethereal aura enveloping the lighthouse as the clock struck the witching hour, of spectral figures that danced and moved eerily in the tower's looming shadow, mere whispers in the wind. The enigmatic glow, they said, had a hypnotic allure, casting a spell over the relentless cold, painting the night in hues of haunting beauty. Stories of phantom figures grew with each passing day, figures that traipsed around the tower like trapped souls, their ghostly forms flickering against the lighthouse's sturdy facade. The townsfolk, already wary and superstitious, were not untouched by these accounts. They too began to notice Silas's increasingly odd behavior that matched the eerie tales. Their once jovial neighbor began to change, his demeanor growing cold and distant as the sea he watched over. He became a recluse, hidden behind the walls of the lighthouse, his interaction with the world reduced to none. His company was the lighthouse he tended to so obsessively, his once vibrant eyes now mirroring its haunting, solitary glow, only ever seen tending to the lighthouse. Then, on one life-altering, tempestuous night, the lighthouse's beacon blinked out. The quaint, unsuspecting town lay asleep as the waves of the storm roared and rumbled. Under the ink-black sky, the seas were a churning cauldron, producing sounds that echoed ominously throughout the deserted streets. The morning dawned, cold and bleak, revealing aftermath of the storm. As the townspeople stumbled out of their homes, a chilling sight greeted their eyes. A ship lay wrecked off the coast, its hull torn apart by the vengeful sea. The once vibrant ship now just a fractured shadow of its former self. The town's quiet morning had been replaced by a thick, grim silence, punctuated only by the cries of the seagulls. As the news of the shipwreck spread like wildfire, the townsfolk were gripped by a deep sense of dread. Their gazes turned instinctively towards their beacon of safety, the lighthouse. A frantic investigation ensued, revealing a most unsettling discovery. The lighthouse, their trusted sentinel, stood empty. Silas, the lighthouse keeper, had disappeared into thin air. Questions swirled around like the storm's remnants. Where was Silas? Why was the lighthouse deserted? The only clue left behind was a cryptic note, hastily scribbled in Silas's handwriting. It read, "The light must not go out." The words seemed to hang in the air, adding a chilling finality to the mystery that had befallen the town. Decades passed, and the lighthouse stood abandoned. The once proud beacon of hope was now nothing more than a crumbling relic, lonely and forgotten. Its once vibrant glow gradually faded to a silent whisper, only to become a mere memory in the minds of the older. The structure, once gleaming white, was now gray and weathered, a victim of the relentless maritime elements. The once bustling energy surrounding the lighthouse was replaced by an eerie calmness. Even the wind seemingly whispered around it, as if to respect the solitude of this once mighty tower. Tales began to circulate around the town, tales of ghostly apparitions and peculiar sounds, each becoming more chilling than the last. The mystery of the phantom light began to capture the interest of the townsfolk. Every stormy night, The townsfolk claimed to see a spectral light flicker from the top of the tower, a light that wasn't there during the calm days, but only appeared when the storm clouds gathered and the sea roared with fury. This strange phenomenon further fueled the tales of ghostly apparitions, adding an element of fear and awe to the already mystifying structure. Despite its dilapidated state, the lighthouse still commanded respect. A silent symbol of the past, it stood there with an air of timeless dignity. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones of ghostly apparitions and strange noises echoing from the deserted tower. In the early 20th century, a brave soul dared to inhabit the lighthouse. This wasn't just any ordinary lighthouse. It towered above the craggy coastline, its skeletal silhouette a stark contrast against the wild and turbulent sea. For centuries, it had acted as a beacon of hope for seafarers, a guiding landmark leading them home, but something about it made people uneasy. It all, when a brave man, driven by a sense of adventure and a desire to conquer his fears, decided to claim the lighthouse as his home. He was a solitary figure, a stout-hearted individual who believed in the tangible, dismissing the spectral and the supernatural as mere figments of imagination. He moved in with an air of self-assured confidence. The days passed uneventfully at first, but then he began noticing strange phenomena. Shadowy figures moving at the corner of his vision, whispers that echoed through the corridors in the dead of the night, a chilling presence that seemed to linger in every room. It felt as if the walls of the lighthouse held within them stories and secrets from long gone. His nights were filled with dread, his days consumed with fear. The whispers grew louder, the figures more distinct. The ever-present sensation of being watched was unbearable. He lasted for a week, but the strain proved too much. He fled from the lighthouse, his skin pale, his eyes haunted, his voice shaky as he recounted tales of the chilling occurrences. No one ever stayed long after that, and the lighthouse earned a reputation as a haunted place. Fast forward to the present day, the lighthouse remains a source of chilling tales and unsolved mysteries. Over the years, it has become a symbol of curiosity and intrigue, a beacon for those who are fascinated by the unknown. It stands, strong and tall, a monument of past deeds and unresolved secrets, with the whispers of the old Captain Silas echoing in the wind. Generations have passed, yet the lighthouse maintains its eerie allure. The sea storms come and go, but the lighthouse remains, steadfast and resolute, still illuminating the dark nights with its ghostly glow. Its weather-beaten walls, standing as a grim testament of countless years of relentless, have seen many brave souls seeking the truth about its past. The once bustling hub of activity is now a solemn monument under the beautiful yet seemingly ominous night sky. Every person who ventures towards this enigmatic structure brings a piece of their own anticipation, their own fears, their own curiosity. The stories of the lighthouse have been passed down through generations, each version more chilling than the last. Every howl of the wind, every rustle of the leaves is perceived as a sign, a message from the spirit of Captain Silas, or perhaps another entity residing within the lighthouse's towering walls. Over time, historians, thrill-seekers, and paranormal enthusiasts have tried to decipher the secrets enveloped in these walls. Many theories have been proposed, investigations carried out, but the mysteries remain, and unyielding. The lighthouse continues to stand as a riddle that is yet to be solved. Is it the restless spirit of Captain Silas that haunts the tower, or something far more sinister? So the next time you gaze upon a lighthouse standing stoic against the raging sea, take a moment to fully appreciate its majestic countenance. It's a sight to behold, a towering figure, unyielding against the wrath of the relentless ocean. Its very presence speaks of countless tales woven into the fabric of time, tales of bravery and abandonment, of hope and despair. Remember the tale of the abandoned lighthouse. Once its vibrant light would shine bright, piercing through the obsidian shroud of the night. Its luminescence was a beacon of hope for lost sailors, guiding them through the fury of the storms and safely steering them towards the embrace of the shore. But as time went on, its light began to falter. Its once radiant glow dimmed, revealing the sad truth of its abandonment. Yet the abandoned lighthouse did not fade into obscurity. Instead, it remained, standing tall and proud against the tumultuous sea. The tales of the past still lingered in its silent, dark hallways, waiting, yearning for someone to discover them. The tale of the abandoned lighthouse is a story of resilience and mystery. Despite its dimmed light, Its history continues to reflect in the ethereal glow of its existence. It stands a beacon of mystery in the dark, each flicker of its light, narrating an untold story, inviting the brave, or perhaps the foolish, to unravel its enigma. So, the next time you gaze at a lighthouse, remember that its light may have dimmed, but its story continues to flicker, a beacon of mystery in the dark, waiting for the brave, or perhaps the foolish, to uncover its secrets.